Let me see that. You got a GoPro on there?
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
Thanks.
Not getting you away or nothing, does it?
It's cool. I got a YouTube channel, so.
Oh yeah.
Uh huh.
You got your own?
Uh huh.
Okay, what is it? Just.
They say who that?
So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Whodat, your favorite motovlogger's favorite motovlogger, but they are scared to admit it. All right, so me and Bertha out for a ride today. I got to get some gas first. I want to apologize to everybody. There's been about a week delay on my video, and I'll explain that. This is going to be a two-part video, but first, let's get some fuel. Oh, and don't mind that. That's there. I'll explain that later.
Let me see that. You got a GoPro on there?
Yep. Uh huh.
That's pretty sick.
Thanks.
Not getting you away or nothing, does it?
It's cool. I got a YouTube channel, so.
Oh yeah.
Uh huh.
You got your own?
Uh huh.
Okay, what is it? Just.
It's a WhoDatMV.
Or you just show your bike and stuff?
Yeah. I live around here, so if you see me again and you can't find it, let me know and I'll find it for you.
Hi.
Can I have $7 premium on pump 8? All right, let's get some fuel in Bertha. All right, so while I'm trying to fuel up, I'll explain a little bit about what happened. All right, so when I vlog, I have two hard drives. One is a newer one, solid state, and it's probably maybe a year old. So that one, when I record, I dump my footage off my card onto that one. God, that one is disrespectful. I have an older one I've had since like 2010. It's bigger. It's got more space than my newer one. Uh-oh, we're getting close. Uh-oh. Can I do without spilling it? Oh, I did it! Almost right there at $7. No receipt, I'm good. I use my second one, the older one, to dump my footage on when I'm done editing the video, and the video that I edit and upload, it goes there because it's got more space. Got my freeze outs. These are pretty good. I like these, even though it's kind of warm today. I edited the video before it was due, got it done on the 1st. Supposed to have dropped it, published it on the 2nd, but I hadn't like loaded it up to YouTube. I had just, edited it and transferred all the footage, including the footage I'd already done, to the other hard drive. Well, long story short, it fell. And I spent about half the week trying to recover my footage, to no avail. And then over the weekend, I had a club meeting. But yeah, I had to ride like 456 miles. You might have just seen me reset it. So I couldn't do it then. I had to do family stuff. So it kind of put me on a delay. So when I got back home, I decided that it was just time to just bite the bullet and re-record. So that's what I'm doing today. Part 1, I'm going to explain. How you doing? Explain who I am, my motorcycling experience. I've been riding for a long time. Since, we'll just say since like 95, off and on. And the second part will be about how I got into motovlogging and, why am I doing it, even though there's like a million of them out there. So hopefully it turns out to be something that is entertaining to watch for everybody. It'll help you decide if you want to keep watching or not. I hope you do, because that's the point. And it gives me a chance to test out this handy dandy Walmart bicycle mount, bar mount. And I got this old cracked iPhone. It's my old phone. It's not even turned on. But I got a bigger 6 Plus that I don't want to experiment with, and if it falls, I'll be mad because I've already lost one of my phones like that before. That's a whole nother story on a 600RR while I was trying to motovlog. And I also lost a GoPro Hero 3 Black. Same times, both of them gone. Same damn time. As y'all can tell, I've had some bad luck trying to vlog. So if I lose this old one that doesn't even work, I don't even care. I've been riding, like I said, off and on since 1995. Now, my love affair with motorcycles started way before then. When I was a kid, my stepfather's stepfather, he rode like a Goldwing, and he had a bunch of buddies who rode big touring cruiser style motorcycles, and they were all in a motorcycle club. You know, I was what, 7, 8, far back as I can remember. But I remember seeing all his friends come over on their motorcycles. So yeah, I was loving it. They drink, smoke, barbecue. They had a good time. They didn't really bother anybody. That was like my real first contact with like motorcycling and clubs. Well, I see guys on like these older 70s, 80s Japanese bikes, you know, stretched out, with like newer wheels or something on them. And this was like in the 90s when I was a teenager, which is telling you how old I am. And I like those better than the cruisers, because I mean, I'm a small guy. I'm like 5'4". So bigger bikes were kind of intimidating, but seeing those guys ride them and how they sounded, and they had a totally different sound than a cruiser. You know what I mean? Like, that started me really wanting a motorcycle. But now I wanted, you know, one of those older Japanese cruisers. I mean, not cruisers, but, you know, sport bikes. For anybody who doesn't know, they what people would call a street fighter or a standard style cafe racer kind of thing. Like, you see new cafe racer bikes, they're trying to imitate those old, you know, Kawasaki Z1s and CB1100 Hondas, that kind of thing. And that's what guys used to drag race back then. About the time I was old enough to get a license, I seen like a Ninja ZX7.
Before the takeover, the sweeping insensitive.
Sport bike, full fairings, the whole thing, and I totally fell in love with it. And that was the time I was riding around borrowing my uncle's girlfriend's scooter just to, you know, act like I was on a motorcycle. But there were some guys on the block, you know, they had motorcycles, but they always say, "Come on, man, you hop on, I'm gonna show you how to ride, show you how to ride." You know, I get on the bikes and learn and stall it out, all that good stuff. But I never really gave up. But those bikes were too new, and I was a teenager. I couldn't afford nothing like that. So what I could afford were like the older Japanese bikes, 70s, 80s. So I bought like this old CB650 and worked on it. And, you know, meeting a lot of these guys and hanging around, talking about motorcycles, you know, I got reintroduced to the motorcycle club scene. Because when I was a kid, like, I used to hop on bicycles, and I know it's not the same as a motorcycle, but you know, it's two wheels. You're a kid, you can't ride a motorcycle. But I used to always have these buddies. We used to always like try to jump ramps, like these flimsy ass plywood ramps with like a cinder block. So we would ride around, jump those, go see everybody, hang out in each other's yard. You know, you see bicycles everywhere. So we were kind of like the bicycle crew. You know what I mean? Like we just rolled with each other. So it was like that was like an introduction to brotherhood. And I used to always pretend like me and my friends on our bicycles were like my granddad. You know, my step grandfather and his club. Like that was me. I always wanted to be in an MC. You know, I grew up around it. Met a lot of guys who drag race or in MCs. For me, growing up in the hood, that's the only way you got into motorcycling. Or people out like in rural areas like this. Those guys grow up, you know, on ATVs, dirt bikes. That's how they get introduced. But I was introduced on the street. Oh, my turn signal's been on it the whole time. I'll probably piss somebody off. That was my love for motorcycling. That's what got me into it. You know, it was around me all the time. It was in the streets where I grew up. You know, I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana. Got a lot of drag racing. Still goes on today up there. And that's something I want to get into this year. I got some tickets last year. So I like speed. But I'm trying to take it to the track. Not just because of my tickets. I want to get into drag racing. I've known a lot of guys, met a lot of guys who rode motorcycles, and known a lot of people, or known of some people who've gotten killed, you know, whether it was their own fault or somebody else's fault on motorcycles. I'm not saying it couldn't happen on a track, but you know, you're less likely, you know, than you are on the street, because it's a more controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? But you have tech inspections. There's an ambulance out there. They try to make sure you're safe on the track. So that's a goal of mine. This is March, and there's a couple of schools that are doing it in like April and May. Drag racing schools. I want to try to get to one. I'm older, so I'm a little behind. There's some guys been out there racing 10, 15, 20 years. So I need all the help I can get. I want to drag race for a cause. You know, I might sell some shirts or whatever, but we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, motorcycle has been a big part of my life, man. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've owned a few bikes, worked on a few bikes, lost a few bikes. Knock on wood, haven't wrecked one yet. Tore one up pretty bad, but I didn't wreck it. That's my motorcycle experience. Now, as far as motovlogging and doing this whole thing with the cameras and microphones and running my mouth on a bike, we'll make that part 2. So check it out later. So in the meantime, in between time, holla at your boy. It's at WhoDatMV, WhoDatM, as in moto, V as in vlogger or Vincent. That's on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. I don't have enough subscribers for a custom page, but if you're here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you know next time I have another video come up, so you don't miss a thing. One love, 2 wheels, and I'm out.
They say who that?